So here are my fives. The Five of Swords, the Hierophant, the Five of Pentacles, the Devil, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Cups. And actually, the way I really like, I like this little white book, I have to say. The way that that Johanna Sherman organizes this is around numbers. So she has something she says about the five. She says the 4 5s. She's talking about just the five. She's not talking about the Hierophant and the Devil, but she says the 4 5s represent motivations and are ruled by the planet Mars. The fives deal with the purpose and actions involved in the situation. Okay, so they deal with motivations in her book, in her sense. 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, the Devil, 5 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 5 of Swords. Oh, wow. I think that the fives in this deck really, to me, speak of a kind of agency and the question of how we have, in this deck, more and more, I'm like, this deck is all about power and control and agency and channeling and manifesting in a very edgy kind of way. Feels like a very it feels like a very kind of powerful and power interrogating kind of deck. Really love this 5 of Cups. Very unusual. Wow. So agency, what does it mean to take control? What does it mean to have control? What does it mean to have power? How do you work with it? Is it power over somebody? Is it power over yourself? So now I get sensitized. And that's this, like, playing with the cards. This is about sensitizing ourselves to a deck, like bonding with it, becoming permeated with it. It's sort of becoming a part of our play, our play language, right? And so now I have a connection to these 6 cards, right? And for all of the single digits, you're going to have, with the exception of, with the exception of ones, of aces, you'll have 6 cards. You'll have the 4 minors, and then you'll have 2 major arcana, one from the suite of Magician through Wheel of Fortune, and the other from the suite of either, in this deck, 11 is Strength, but either Strength or Justice through the World. If your number is 1, which I guess, could your number be 1? Yeah, if your number is 1, then you'd have the 4 aces plus the Magician, plus Strength or Justice, plus the World, 21. Okay, so you're going to have 6 or 7 cards. That makes sense? I hope that made sense. Wow. And then these become, just like I did with Shadow and Light, these become cards that you can meditate upon, cards that can kind of be on your altar, cards that you can kind of dive into. You can figure out, like, as I look at these, I'm really blown away by the 5 of Cups, which is my card of the month. And I'm blown away by the 5 of Swords, which is the card that I drew at the beginning of today. So there's something going on for me with 5s. So that's interesting. Now, the next game is something I call suit chords. And that's where I take the suit that historically, of the 4 minor arcana suits, the suit that I have historically, let me just adjust the angle. I keep messing up my camera. The suit that historically I've had the most trouble with. And for me, that's Pentacles. I'm just, yeah, you know, I kind of resonate. I resonate very fiercely with the Wands and the Swords. And also, you know, I have my understanding of the Cups. And there's a way in which Pentacles and embodiment that's just the place I find most challenge. So, however you understand what it would mean to say the suit that you historically have the most difficulty with, of the 4 suits, the one that is most problematic for you, pick that suit, line it up ace through 10. So pull the courts out, ace through 10, and then line up each of the pips with the first decade of the majors, so magician through wheel, and also with the second decade of the majors. In this deck, strength is 11, so 11 through 20. In this way, what you end up with for each of the pips is a chord, right? A chord, 3 notes. And now you're able to have another way of grouping together the cards that just invites you playfully to think about connections, to think about, how is the Ace of Pentacles in this deck related to the Magician and to strength? And even artistically, to see this arrangement. And as I look at this, I just more and more find myself admiring strength. What an amazing card. So also affording you a chance to become kind of enamored of your cards. So one chord at a time. This, by the way, is also a way that I like to think about the meanings of the pips in general. So the 2 of Pentacles with the High Priestess, with the Hanged Man. The 3 of Pentacles with Death and with the Empress. The 4 of Pentacles with the Emperor and Temperance. So this can be the diving off for writing some stories, right? This can become a way to start, maybe to start creating some fiction or some poetry. What happens when we bring these 3 characters together? What happens when, you have the 5 of Pentacles meeting the Hierophant, meeting the Devil? And, I've already been thinking about 5s, right? From the spare change game. What happens when I have the 6 of Pentacles meeting the Lovers, meeting the Tower? The 7 of Pentacles with the Chariot, with the Moon. The 9 of Pentacles. Whoops, what happened to the 8? Oh, where's my 8? All right, well, somewhere there's an 8. There we go. When I have the 8 of Pentacles with Justice, with, where did I lost my Moon. This sort of fell apart, didn't it? Oh, there we go. I got all cattywampus here. Right, the 8 with the Moon, with Justice. The 9 with the Sun and the Hermit. So again, creating chords. 3 notes. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you discover? And finally, my last game. My last game is a kind of bibliomancy. And normally, my invitation would be to do this with a children's book. But I don't have any children's books with me because I'm at work. But what I have, and this really can be, whatever you have at hand. The goal is to find something a little bit playful, something that has some writing on it, So this is a box of activity cards for mindfulness in kids. And I'm just picking one at random. Shake the sillies out. So if I had a children's book here, what I would do is open whatever children's book I had at hand to a page and put my finger on a line in the book, and that would be the line that I'd be working with. But since I don't have that, I have instead my Mindful Kids activity thing, and this activity is called Shake the Sillies Out. I just randomly drew one. Shake the sillies out. And it has some instructions on how to do that. It says, stand still like a statue, breathe in and hold your breath. Breathe out and shake out your arms, shake them high, shake them low, shake out your legs, shake them this way, shake them that way, shake your body until it's loose. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. See them fly off the water like water droplets. Then flop down gently into a chair or onto a mat. Now let that last silly out. Ah! Take 3 soft, slow, mindful breaths. Fill your nose, your lungs, and your tummy, then return to your day. So shake your sillies out. Okay, shake your sillies out is my children's mantra. And now I'm going to go to my cards, and I'm picking now the illustration that goes with that children's mantra. So this is a kind of bibliomancy with a children's book, or in this case, a deck of mindful kids activity cards. Shake the sillies out is my mantra, and I'm picking a card, which is the illustration for Shake the Sillies Out. And this is the card. Whoops. The Emperor. Don't take yourself too fucking seriously. Shake those goddamn sillies out. Ding! So that, my friends, 5 ways, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 ways. 5 ways to play lovingly and often with your tarot cards, featuring the Sacred Rose Tarot, 1982, Johanna Sherman. Okay, I think that's all she wrote. This is a very long video, I fear. Hopefully it makes some sense. Thanks for watching, and as always, thank you so much for your practice. Thank you for joining me. Shake those sillies out. Bye, everyone.